Hey, good morning, everybody. Brian Gibbs here. Just wanted to jump on, wrap up our series on how to use AI for your speaking business. Speaking is a unique thing. I mean, it's done right. You bring in personal stories. You make it relevant to your audience. Um, there's so much going on that using AI just seems counterintuitive, but hopefully over the course of the week, you've seen and heard how it could actually work in your business. Um, from creating outlines and being able to, um, tie it all together to creating personas and audience personas specifically, how to address their needs, Um, so all of the content is relevant to your audience because, as Daniel Gomez taught, the audience is your speech is for your audience. It's not for you, though a lot of times we think it is, and really it's not, so you need to, you need to give value to the people who are actually listening, just like I hope I am here for you right now. So what I want to do today is kind of wrap up what we've been talking about throughout the course of the week and answer some questions as well that I've gotten through the week too. So let's see. So going back to the speech creation part, like I mentioned, if you have your topic, it's specifically if you have a website, you can actually have ChatGPT scan through your site, pull out some key points, and say, hey, based on the information you learned about me from my website or from my Facebook, profile or LinkedIn profile or whatever, write a detailed outline for a speech about X for my audience who consists of, why people. So like, go to my website, read through the content, structure a speech for small business owners who live in San Antonio and are interested in figuring out how to use AI in their business. They've got, an average of 10 years experience doing this. And then I could have ChatGPT actually write a structured outline. From that, using my structured outline, I can actually have ChatGPT or Claude or whatever write the script for that speech. And the cool thing is, it will actually give you stage instructions. So if you ask it, it will tell you where to be on the stage or when to pause or how to ask a question of your audience, when to ask them to raise their hands, things along that. So you can actually have it even give you direction, which is really cool, especially if you're not comfortable being on stage or you're new to being on stage and so many things are going through your mind. So from that, we talked a little bit about marketing, how to reach out to people, how to respond to emails, how to automate your emails using make.com and Google Gmail's email server, which, like I said, if you're going to use Gmail as an email server, it is really, really important to get your own domain name. Don't say brian@gmail.com. That's horrible. It shows unprofessionalism. For $10 or $15, you can go buy a domain name, and you should buy a domain name. And if you can buy a domain name with your name, buy it. That's really, really important. I've been telling people that for 20 some odd years. Buy your name, own your name. I know people who own other people's names, and guess what? When you own somebody else's name, you essentially hold them hostage. briangibbs.com, for example, one day I got a postcard. I sell domain names. I got this postcard that said, "Hey, briangibbs.com is available. Give us some money, we'll sell it to you." I said, "Why would I do that when I can just go and purchase it from myself?" Which is what I did. And the rest is history. So, but since then, I've been offered multiple thousands of dollars for briangibbs.com. And I think I've met every Brian Gibbs around the planet, or at least been exposed to them, because they all want it. So, anyway, let's get into some questions really quickly. One question here is, how can I use AI to improve my speech writing? Well, I've kind of touched on it a little bit. ChatGPT can help you with structuring it. It can help you brainstorm ideas. It can tie everything together, give you some clarity, um, and bring your thoughts to a speech and make it dynamic, engaging, compelling, relative to the audience, or relevant to your audience. So it helps get all of that. Now, again, really important, always review what it says. Don't just spit out verbatim what you get from any chat tool. So, let's see. Another question: how can AI help me engage my audience more effectively? It can help you tailor your content, like I said, specifically for that audience. So before you go and do a speech, you should know who your client is, right? And if you know who your client is going into it, then you can actually tailor that speech specific to that group. Say, for example, say I'm in Washington and I'm speaking to a core group of business owners in a small town that really are the movers and the shakers and kind of lead the direction that the town is going. I could write my speech, tailor it specifically to those people to where it relates and brings in that small town vibe, but also the kind of impact a small group can really have on a small town. So if there's 20 people, well, they can really influence a town of 30,000 people, right? And if you've never lived in a small town, trust me, that is truth. So you can help it refine your speech specific to your audience, and I really recommend doing that. That's critical for that audience engagement. I also mentioned that you could have an app built so you can have real-time feedback, and if you have like a monitor or something like that on the podium, you can actually read what the responses are and kind of respond back to those in real time, which is kind of cool. Last question I have here: can AI really help me grow my speaking business? Absolutely can. You can use AI to automate so many things, like your social media, your email marketing, your lead generation. You can do all these things to where AI can really help build that speaking business, create the audience, get the clients. You can even use it if you wanted. Say, for example, you got the video of your speech. Now, this is pretty cool. Say you get your video, you can have that really easily transcribed into text. Okay, so you don't need to memorize or have it written out. You can have your speech recorded, either audio, video, whatever. Take it, have it transcribed. You can upload that to ChatGPT and ask it to analyze your speech and give you feedback. How cool is that? And then the next time you can do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again and really refine your speech. You can have it go out and search for speaking opportunities. Say you're on a site that has a list of people looking for speakers. You can have AI actually search that site rather than you do it. It can search that site and find perfect events for you to speak at, respond to the poster, do a follow-up email to that poster and get that person on the phone for you, or however you close and finalize any agreements. So yeah, AI definitely can be used in your speaking business in various ways. So really, my whole point to this week, last weekend, like I said, and I can't believe it's been a full week already. Last week, I had the opportunity to hang out with Daniel Gomez and a whole core of amazing speakers who are learning the craft of professional speaking, speaking from the stage, putting their message out there. So I was inspired by that to do this series, um, which is done today. 5 days is enough. But if you have any specific questions, reach out to me. I'd love to be able to answer, regardless of what type of business you do, to help you figure out how to use AI in your business to streamline things, make things go smoother, get some of those mundane projects or things that you have to do on a regular basis, get those off of your plate. That's what I'm here for. So if you have any questions, whatever, reach out to me. My website is in the link below. If you don't have the ebook for prompting, get it. It's good. I will be updating that, by the way. So, if you're in my email list, you'll get an update here shortly because ChatGPT has a new version and prompting it is different. So, and there's ways to use ChatGPT within itself to give you the best prompt for that. So, anyway, that's it for me for this week, for today. Look forward to next week and seeing what I might come up with to help your business figure out this whole AI thing. In the meantime, have a great day.